Hey there, guys. This is Ken, and I'm just pretty much using my phone to record this video. I made a little uh, PowerPoint presentation talking about a good friend of mine who's been a licensed professional counselor for a number of years. His name's Dale Blanton. He doesn't mind me using his name. He works here locally in Camden, and I've known him again for many years. And I'm just going to be sharing with you what he does, and hopefully you'll find some value in it. Okay, so licensed professional counselor, let's go. His name is Dr. Dale Blanton of Coastal Counseling Center. He's a licensed professional counselor. He has 2 master's degrees, education in counseling, PhD in Christian counseling, 2 years residency pastoral care and counseling Baptist Medical in Jacksonville. He's an active member of Christ Church Camden, 16 years church staff experience and 22 years experience in behavioral health, married 35 years, 2 daughters, 3 grandchildren. Really great guy. Just side note, I've had professional counseling from him on and off over the past few years, and amazing, genuine guy. One of the reasons, and that's his current role, he just got, again, his PhD in Christian counseling. He is currently in LPC as well. And what kind of led him to it was he saw a need here in Camden County for counseling that would be affordable for those without health insurance. So I'll tell you, they have incredibly reasonable prices, anywhere from $50 to almost $10 a session. He's always been very reasonable with people who don't have health insurance. So he saw the need and he acted. So that's what led him to this. So let's keep going. Some of the stressful parts of the job: long days, multiple projects, back-to-back counseling, and some stuff that he encounters that helps is obviously stretching, and of course dealing with restless leg syndrome, being stationary for so many hours. I asked him sometimes what a typical work day / work week looks like. He'll get up. I think he'll be there maybe 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes leaving 5 or 6 at night, and that's Monday through Friday. He's also involved in county politics, as well as very active in his church. So he stays very busy. He also deals with drug court, I believe, on Tuesdays and Fridays. So it's still very challenging and demanding hours. But of course, he mentions it being very rewarding. Um, Aiding other stress issues, they evaluate family situations, learn job to create analogies, and identify with patients. That's just some advice and guidance that he offers people and those who are looking at the career. I'll take a little sip of coffee here. And a side note before I keep going with the slides, as far as most satisfying things that he talks about working with patients is when the light bulb clicks for them and he starts to see that some of the things that he's talking about in the sessions over time really start to click, and he can see a noticeable change with them. And just anytime someone can take what he shares and can apply it to their life, that to him is some of the most rewarding parts of the job, for sure. Here's just some of the things that he does in dealing with the stress. He drinks ginger lemon tea. Helps to boost the immune system. Laughs a lot. That's what he recommends. Bathroom breaks. Walking outside and taking a minute. I remember having a session with him, and some of the stuff that he tells me that he's dealt with, it's just incredibly difficult. And sometimes he'll just step outside and just kind of take in some nature and allow himself to breathe, because some of the things it deals with, especially when it comes to whether it's abuse or some of the heavier things that he hears from clients, it can definitely take a toll. And this was just another thing that he added there, as far as taking care of yourself as a counselor: direct daily, withdrawal weekly, MIA monthly, and abandon annually. That's kind of as far as direct daily, kind of giving yourself 10 minutes to half an hour with yourself. Withdrawing weekly, that could be leaving town and giving yourself kind of a break from being where you are. MIA monthly, maybe take a day and again leave town, give yourself some relief. And abandon annually, give yourself a vacation to recharge. All of this is to keep your batteries running well, and that's that. Let's go to the next slide here. before I go into the what it takes and your takeaway, I'm just going to talk a little bit more about some of the things here. As far as work environment, he has one other protege under his wing. She finished her master's degree, and I believe that she's working on a PhD. So it's the two of them, two counselors. The name of the place is Coastal Counseling Center here in Camden County. And how it's impacted their life. He finds it very rewarding, even at this time, as many years as he's been involved, whether it's pastoral care, working in a church, or being a professional counselor. Some of the things that he tells me is what he learns from his clients. That there's as much as he's sharing with them and he's teaching and loving on his clients, he's still learning from those that he's working with. And of course, he mentions this quote here: "You have to have been on the couch before you can be in the chair." As we've talked about in discussions and as we learn from our studies here in this class, some of the greatest counselors are those that can empathize and really understand what it's like to go through, whether it's drug abuse or whether it's something as heavy as maybe sex trafficking, or just being able to identify and understand where someone has come from will only aid you in the process. And I guess that kind of leads into the advice. What is it that some of the takeaways? Obviously, what's on the screen. Always learning, being open-minded. Knowing your community resources. I remember going to him, asking him specific questions one time, one of our sessions, and he was able to point me to a place where I could go to continue to get further assistance in that particular thing he was helping me with. So he gave me his 2 cents and then said, "Hey, maybe you can go over here." So being connected with the community is essential. Knowing your own self-balance. Definitely understanding, going back to that direct daily, the abandoned annually, all that stuff. Being able to recharge yourself, knowing to balance serving others and also taking care of yourself is essential. And of course, having a sense of humor, being able to laugh. It's just a natural remedy to so many things, including this particular profession. You can't go wrong. So that kind of sums it up. Again, Dale, great guy, awesome resource here in Camden County, Coastal Counseling Center. They've been there for many years. I can't recommend him enough. Good friend of mine, and if you're looking for a place where you just need guidance, just 2 cents note, guidance, actual counseling, or direction, you can't go wrong with these guys. And I highly recommend it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I hope you all have a great night.